Okay. Let's go with the full screen look. Yes. Alright. Let me pull up the chat so that I can read your comments, because otherwise I can't read anything. I gotta pull it up on my phone. Both of you assume I can read. It's not like I was an English teacher once upon a time. Actually, bro, could you grab a corded phone charger to this sucker for 12%?
Oh, son of a biscuit.
It happens, especially when you're at work all day.
My phone got short last night even though I was connected to the computer.
Yeah, you gotta hate when that happens, bro. Alright, let's see. Hey, folks are on. Folks are getting on. I'll give you all a few more minutes because I gotta get my phone plugged in. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Good to see you. I have no idea where it is, bro. Might be over there somewhere. I know that we moved some of the stuff over to that side of the room. Give us just a second, guys. We're getting some stuff worked over here.
Your phone won't die immediately.
No, it won't. It won't. Alright, good to have you guys on. While we're getting things set up, I'll go ahead and tell y'all what's going on today and what the plan is. So today, I'm going to, of course, do a For Honor live stream. It is For Honor Friday. But wanted to talk a little bit about what's happening. I'm not going to be doing it super long today because I'm actually not doing so great. I hurt my hand and wrist pretty bad at work the other day. It actually hurts to move my hand and wrist around a whole lot. So I'm not going to be playing my best today. I'm going to try. I'm obviously going to try. I mean, I wouldn't want to just leave y'all hanging. But I'm going to be trying to do my best. I'm not going to invite anyone on for this because I don't want to ruin y'all's scores by playing with me when I'm not at my best. And I also won't be doing this very long because I don't want to do that to my hand too long. I'm probably just going to play for maybe an hour to an hour and a half. And then after that, hop off and maybe just play something casually that won't hurt my hand that much. So I will leave it at that. So if people are calling me, yeah, I actually got here in time, brother. Excellent, Goblin. Glad to have you. Did you see the new hero leak? I haven't heard anything about a new hero leak. All I know is that it's still kind of in the wind, so I don't know. I do not know. I don't know anything about the new hero. But anyway, y'all aren't interested in my life, so let's get on with facts. Okay, so let's hop in, take a look. As you can see, I've done a little bit of work on PC. So I now have a couple of Rep 1s. My Lawbringer, my Law Daddy made it to Rep 1. My Valkyrie is a Rep 1. My Nobushi is a Rep 1. And my Nucia is a Rep 1. So I've gotten some Rep 1s up there. I've been working with some folks. Who is your favorite faction-based and realism as well as your least favorite? Oh, are you saying which one is my favorite in terms of their realism? None of them are very realistic. Like, none of them. I'm being real honest here. None of them are very realistic. My least favorite, like the one that just really jumps the shark in terms of their lack of realism, would probably be the Vikings. Just because there's a lot of stuff I don't buy about it. Right down to Shaman's crazy nature. Highlander's oversized sword. Thank you. The weapon of the Jormungandr and the ties to the snake.
Nibbles feralness?
I already brought up Nibbles feralness. Yeah, and the way Warlord fights with his sword and shield is not the way you should fight with that weapon, so those would be my choices, but I don't know. I'm chilling in bed, eating fries and pizza, watching Raven Knight. This quarantine thing is freaking easy. Not for many of us. Okay, so let's see. I apologize for the pain I caused with the video from Storied. You didn't cause me too much pain. Apparently the new hero is blind according to the leaks. Oh, well, Okay, a blind hero. That's realistic. That's a good idea. Let's send a blind guy out to fight. God, just thank you, For Honor, for continuously throwing unrealistic things at us. But then again, I shouldn't complain. We do have corruption. Raven, what do you think of advancing the gore in this game? Losing hands, fingers, eyes, and chunks of flesh. Well, we already have an execution from Jormungandr that literally punches your head down into a hammer and sticking that hammer into the person's neck in another execution. They can go more gory. They just have to want to. But alright, let's take a look at some orders. I haven't touched any orders today because I've been at work all day. I gotta perform some executions in a duel. Gotta do some warrior matches. And I gotta get some kills as a vanguard. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to play against anyone right now because I'm going to suck wind. But I'm going to just get this out of the way so I can get the executions done. And I've got to play as a vanguard, so let's see. My T-on-D is really close, so let's play T-on-D. Yeah, I got so already people are asking if you can join. No, I'm not going to join up with anyone. I'm not going to be on as long as normal today. And also, with my hand hurting like this, I'm just not going to be playing at my best. And genuinely, I'd rather play with you guys when I'm at my best and I can support the team better. I feel bad for any team I get with today. Genuinely. If I join up with a team today in like a Dominion or something, I feel bad for them. I'm going to be really bad. So let's see if I can't hold my own against the bot. Oh god, this hurts. This hurts. Okay, I got a W. Okay, so I'm not trapped. There we go.
Victory! Peyton Markle says, "Hey Raven, don't sweat it because of your handman. We're here for you, your personality, and your opinions. Your gameplay is secondary."
I appreciate that, Peyton. I really do. That means a lot. It shows that people can appreciate me despite not being a god at gaming. There are some YouTubers out there. They are only loved by their community because they're so good at gaming. I'm happy to know that it's not my skill with a game. It is so much more than that. It is so much more than that. It is my personality, the things that I have. Honestly, it really varies. The question is, when do I start For Honor Fridays? Usually I like to start around 8:30, but it really varies depending on when I get off work and when I can eat supper. Because I like to eat before I stream, so that way I'm not hungry, because work usually makes me hungry. But I tend to try to do it around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If that ever changes, I will let y'all know. If it's not 8:30, it's not okay. I usually don't do it at 8. Come on. Was I fighting a bot one? That was... I feel like that was too easy. And my hand was hurting anytime I hit the light attack button because I was bending my index finger to do that, and I think I pulled on the burn. Whatever. Victory! I'll get used to it. I will get used to it. Raven, do you think it is possible for a new hero to use a Beck de Corbin in front? Oh, you mean the weapon that is named after ravens? I would love that, but it would be a night weapon, and I don't think they would ever actually use it. Which is a shame. I think it would be cool. How many more executions? 1? Let's do it! 1 more execution with T-on-D, and we'll be done with that order. The one sad thing about playing on PC is I don't have all the drip anymore. My characters don't all look super great anymore. I've got to work my way back up with them, which will take lots of time. One thing I don't get: why can't we have legs coming off? That's a good question. We have arms coming off. We have heads coming off. When are we gonna get a leg coming off?
The thing is, the mocap guy actually has to lose a leg. They gotta be committed, man.
Spartan Raptor, I've got a bunch of historic questions for you, so buckle up. All right, good thing I have my brother here because he's gonna be able to help me with that.
Depending on the history and geographic location.
Well, I'm sure no one's gonna ask a lot of really hard questions. And done with that. What was the purpose of the sickle blade of a sickle sword? It seems kind of like a disadvantage to me. Okay. So the purpose of a sickle blade for a sickle sword. What do you mean sickle sword? I've never heard of a sickle sword.
Are you talking about the Kopesh?
I'm guessing a Kopesh. I'm guessing that's what you're talking about. The Egyptian weapon? If that's the case, what's the purpose of it?
Kind of the same in principle as an actual farming cut, but they just sort of utilized it to actually work on land.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the curvature of the blade is basically designed to help with the strike.
Well, and I think the Kopesh is an interesting weapon. Not exactly one I'd want to use. I think there are lots of better weapons out there. Come on, Orochi. Stay still for me. Yeah, I did get this execution. I couldn't not get this execution. It's just so fun. I know it's not realistic, but I love it. I can love things that aren't real.
Victory!
Jaguar asks, hey Raven, do you think they should remove universal executions or keep them?
And should they remove universal executions? So here's the thing. Let me talk about universal versus unique executions. I miss unique executions. I really want them to bring those back. I really, really want them to, because I feel like we need to bring the individuality back to the warriors. But do I dislike universal executions? Well, it's a give and take. Let me explain my point. Some universal executions are god tier. I love the Killer Rabbit execution. It is one of the funniest executions. I also love the portal opening thing, that Send Them to Brazil execution. That's really good. There are some universal executions that are just really, really good, and I enjoy them. And the reason why For Honor releases them is because if you release universal executions, there's a good chance that someone will buy them for their hero. So they say, oh, well, I'm a T-on-D main, and I really, really like this execution, so I'm going to buy it for my T-on-D. Here's the problem with releasing unique executions. Unique executions make them fun for the unique hero, but let's say that I'm a T-on-D main, and I don't like the unique execution that came out for T-on-D. Well, I'm not going to buy it, which means that they put a lot of money into something that not everyone will buy. But if you release a universal execution that everyone likes, that means everyone's going to buy it for their main. If you release unique executions and mains don't like what you released for their main, they're not going to buy it. So that's part of the reason it's hard to go back to unique executions. Now, if the question is, do I think they should get rid of universal executions altogether? No, I think those could be good rewards for a battle pass. I think you could have a final tier of a battle pass, have a universal executions. But I still think that at the beginning of each season, you release one unique execution per hero, because that makes the person playing that hero feel like they're having fun. How do I know this? Because whenever I die to another player in a game, I quite often see them using a unique execution to do it. I very rarely see them, I mean, sometimes they will, but I very rarely see them consistently using unique executions. Sometimes I'll see the Killer Rabbit, sometimes I'll see the Bell execution, but and sometimes I'll see the Minified and Kicked or something like that, but or the Catapult or the Spear. Sometimes I'll see those, but even then, the Catapult and the Spears used to be unique to a faction. Now they're just doing universal all around, and I don't know. I don't want to say that's lazy, because I get the profitable aspect of it, but at the same time, it is getting old, and I would like to see them go back to unique executions. All right, what's my next order? Brawling Warrior. Oh, God. Okay. All right. At least I don't have to get executions. All right, let's do this thing. Anyway, I'm pretty sure they're bringing back unique executions. I hope they do. I really do. The new hero is Tozen. Okay. Apart from their seafaring capabilities, what set the Vikings apart as Germanic tribes? What made them succeed where other Germanic tribes struggled? I think the big thing that made them survive so well, two things. During the days of Rome warred a lot with those Germanic tribes and either wiped them out or those Germanic tribes started moving. And two, the Vikings were living along the coastal areas and were able to move around a lot easier, I would think. You know, they accessed river travel very swiftly and easily, and that ability to trade very easily along rivers helped them expand very quickly. Their ability to trade, their ability to move quickly, their mobility, their mastering of the sea really helped them. And also the fact that they didn't really interact with the Western Roman Empire like other Germanic tribes did.
Yeah, well, it's the fighting Rome. And I can go sort of back and forth because sometimes the Germans will get one out like Sheridan Forest, other times the Romans will wreck the Germans. But the Vikings, we generally remember the Viking Age, not like typically the biggest Viking action we think of is like the Great Heathen Army that invaded England. But typically the Vikings we can see is more successful because they operated in smaller units, typically as raiding parties. And as you pointed out, the longships were like the advanced ships of their time because they could go out in open sea for the most part, and they could were navigable up rivers, which made them be able to attack, give them a much larger field of operation to work with. So that's kind of what set them apart.
Right. Other questions. Hey, Raven, which hero would use a mace if they had the option? Conqueror. I totally want to lose the flail, conk-a-donk, and pick yourself up a mace. Brawling Warrior is still better than Tribute. I have not seen a Tribute order in ages. I wonder if they're getting rid of that.
Yeah, we didn't get the Mjolnir event, but we had Tribute.
Yeah, get rid of Tribute. No one plays it. No one plays it. It's basically capture the perk. Come on. Fine, I'll come to you. I am so sluggish right now because I'm trying not to hurt my own wrist. Yeah, I'm being careful. I'm being careful.
Hey Raven, do you have the Christian in order? Victory! I'm asking because a knight of mine for honor and glory worships a benevolent forest dragon.
Okay, if it's the world of For Honor, I don't think it matters. But in actual history, most knight orders swore an oath to the church. So most knights, if not all knights, were Christian to some capacity. Either they had a passing relationship with God, or they were staunchly religious. But odds were pretty good if you were a knight, you were a Christian. Because the knights were the representatives quite often of the church. You know, they were the hand of the church. Particularly in the Crusades, the knights represented the church's ideals to retake the Holy Land. Now, does that mean all knights were true Christians? No, there were obviously some who were not real Christians or just used the faith as their excuse. But if your question is, did you have to be a knight did you have to be Christian to be a knight? No, it was more of knights tended to be Christian already, you know, or they tended to just take Christianity and add it to their knighthood. You know, that's typically how that works. Victory! If that makes sense. Raven, what do you think will be the next animal execution? We had swarms of ravens and a killer bunny. What's next? For the Vikings, I want a bear to come out and eat somebody. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, that's a Kislev execution right there.
That'd be sick. The leak also said that the release of the new hero will mark the return of unique content, but in batch with the knight being first. I remember that leak. You showed it to me, but you also added, take this with a grain of salt. I don't want to assume anything yet. I don't want to jump on anything like that yet. Would it be great? Yes. Do I want to believe everything I hear? No. But I would like unique executions to come back. If that's what you're saying, yes, I would like unique executions to come back. Let's go Warden this time. I like Warden. What kind of mace should be the default version of a mace here? Like, will it be like the plain ball, or like a flang mace, or like a spiked one? Let's start with a spiked one and then go from there. What do you think about the event universal executions? For example, the one where your opponent turns into a vampire and you kill them with the cross. Oh, you mean like the Halloween ones? I love those. The Revenant Slayer, which is the vampire one, was one of my favorites. In fact, I'll tell you something kind of funny. This is going to sound really, really weird, but it made me mad. I like the Revenant Slayer execution so much, and then when they made it so that all heroes of all factions could have it, like when they made the Halloween executions available for all factions, I got mad. I can't explain why, because genuinely there's no reason why I should be mad, because I gave it to Shaolin. It fit him, in my opinion. But I got a little mad. I was kind of like, no, I don't like this. I want it to be unique to the knights. I want the Ulfrandir, or werewolf killer, to be unique to the Vikings. I wanted them to be unique. I didn't want them to be given to each other. But I love event executions. They can be really entertaining, really funny. Oh yeah, classic Nobushi move. I've got one better. Backhand. Yeah. In the groin, on the ground, off with your head. Yes. What's up, monkey man? Victory. Hey, Raven, would it be a good idea for the heroes to use different weapons? Warden used a spear, Raider used a sword and shield, and Kensei used an axe. Oh, so you're saying swap up their weapons? Again, this goes into the issue of unique versus shared, and why do I keep missing my initial dashboard heavy? What the? I missed my charge? There we go. You're pissing me off, Nervy. Haha, I gotcha. What the? You vapid. Ah, hurts. Come on. Yes. So worth it. Okay. So I think, I just don't think that would be a good idea. I want to keep some things unique to each faction. Like, for example, I don't want to see a Kensei walking out wearing a knight helmet, okay? Keep some things specific to these factions, because once you make them all look the same, there's nothing unique about them. What would your opinion be on a hero with a shield and a warhammer? That'd be sick. I'd love that. Give it to the Vikings. They need a little bit of help. Raven, when will Daubeny be a playable hero? He is. He's a warden. Unless you mean you want him to be like Griffin and he comes out with something new. I don't think they're going that direction. He's now the Lord of Feronia, I think they called him. Griffin had a new execution in the trailer that we haven't seen before. Yeah, they also had a new one for the Jormungandr that they haven't released yet. So I'm just waiting. Someone get on that, please. Let's go, War Mommy. I've been working with War Mommy a bit. I want her to get out there. Do you think that there would be a hoplite character for the Knights faction? No, probably not. Here with comically large spoon win?
Well, you're gonna have to stick with Gladiator, who has a comically large fork.
Yeah, essentially. Hero with no weapons or shield with an Irish accent win? In your dreams.
So just Conor McGregor?
Had a lot of questions this morning. I was listening to the Q&A at work, but they're gone. Oh, well, if you get the questions back, let me know. All right, War Mommy time. Let's go. And dead. Yes, got her. Somewhere, Edgy War Daddy is smiling because I'm playing War Mommy. Got him. There we go. Does everyone remember that one minion scene only in the story mode, then after they were never seen again? I don't remember this.
To answer your question, no.
Oh, I remembered something. Neji from Naruto was correct in his philosophy. You're either born to greatness or you don't matter. Really?
I think there's a lot of examples. Maybe Carnegie was born as just an artist, but he became like one of the richest people that ever. I'm gonna have to press.
How about Moses? I mean, if we're talking historical figures who were not born to greatness but rose to greatness, like victory, I don't agree with that. I've never agreed with that. I believe that your fate is what you make it.
I mean,
sure, I'm not going to lie. For some people, it's harder than others. And for some people, they are born with a silver spoon in their mouth. But it's just as easy for a celebrity to destroy their reputation in their life as it is for a weakling and peasant to become greater. Why did you do that, Nisha? Remember the last time you played Conquer on PC, you were laughing so hard? Why is that? You need to rewatch the video, man. It was one of the funniest things ever. Conqueror is one of my worst characters, and for some reason, I was stomping the other players. And there was one incident where I was fighting this shaman who wasn't paying attention to me. She was locked onto another character, and I was just repeatedly spamming the overhead heavy button. Just bash, bash, bash. And I was hitting her constantly. She never tried to parry or dodge or block. She just kept taking these overhead bashes, and I literally asked, are you going to do something about this? And finally, I kill her. I kill her with an overhead bash. And I just said, you did nothing to stop me. And then later, I get ganked by a Kensei, a shaman, and what was the other one? I don't remember the third one, but I was being... I think it was... No, I have no idea. I don't remember. But I was being ganked from 3 sides, and I was holding them off. I actually was beating them, and I just couldn't believe it. I was laughing so hard because I was doing so well as a conqueror, and that does not normally happen to me. Alright, I gotta do one more as a Vanguard. Let's go Tiandi again. What would your opinion be on if Ubi made all characters free, similar to what they did with R6 Siege?
R6 Siege made all characters free?
For a brief period, yeah. like in a
test run, like, hey, see if you want to buy.
Yeah, that'd be okay. I wouldn't mind that as long as like a test run, like say, hey, you don't have Warmonger yet? We're going to make it free for a week that you can try her out. But then after the week, you can't use her anymore unless you buy her. I'd like that. That'd be a good idea. It'd be an incentive for someone to get her. Hold the phone. Not in real life. In the Naruto universe, I agree with the Jewish philosophy on real life. Oh.
Oh, you mean like you agree that in Naruto?
Oh, in Naruto, yes.
Okay, that makes more sense, yeah.
In Naruto, yes, it makes sense. I thought you were talking about in real life. In Naruto, yeah, you're either born a demigod or you're born Choji.
Are you born with magical powers or demons?
No, I repeat what I just said. You are either born a demigod or you are born Choji. There are no in-betweens. Well, no, I take it back. You could be born a demigod or you could be born Iruka Sensei. What a waste of space. The man is a nothing. He is nobody. He existed to have a scar on his face and a tragic backstory. I'm confused by an outfit called Alcipius Worshipper, but I thought he was a Greek god, and we haven't any other gods like Zeus or Hades. Haven't you noticed that a lot of the outfits and stuff for the knights are somehow referenced to the Greek or Roman gods? Because they're trying so hard to pretend like the Christian God doesn't exist in this world, which is a joke. I'm sorry, I still get people every now and then saying, no, the Christian God doesn't exist in For Honor. There's no Christianity in For Honor. Stop trying to add it, you filthy Christian. And I go, stop trying to take it out.
It was there?
It was there in the beginning. Ubisoft removed it because they were scared of the controversy.
Victory!
Hey Raven, how can Vikings get more weapons? Build them. Do you?
Trading.
Oh, wait. Do you mean in the game? How can they get? Well, Ubisoft has to add them. Do you think Ubisoft should give us more loadouts and inventory space per hero, or at the very least more inventory space per hero, since they keep adding so much crap? I mean, I don't think it would be a bother. Whoa.
If they do, what they'll probably do is they'll probably charge you for the extra.
That's a pretty baller execution, not gonna lie. Oh, what the? Oh, I was about to check a comment, and then you attack, Warden. Okay. Stay away. Stay away. Whoa! Whoa!
Even if all the heroes are unarmed and unarmored, and they have to fight 1v1, who would win?
If they, okay, so all the heroes are without armor, they're without weapons, and they all have to just jump into a fist fight. It's going to be the one who is physically fit and gets in a lucky hit.
So I'd be putting like on the heavy hitters.
Shugoki, Lawbringer, Warlord, stuff like that. Let's see. What are your thoughts on removing Jormungandr and Hitakiri? That'd be a stupid idea. Why? Because people don't like them anymore? Get over yourselves.
Itakiri's fine.
Itakiri's fine. Jormungandr's fine. I have no issues with these characters. They're fine. They are perfectly serviceable. I don't see the issue. I genuinely don't. Like people saying, oh, well, Yorm's just a stamina bully. He makes the game unfun to play. Have you ever played Gladiator or Centurion?
Or a light spamming arm?
Come on, they're annoying loadouts. They're annoying ways people play. Don't throw away the game just because you're a little pooper pained.
Holden Cross.
Just for that, I'm going Jormungandr.
Holden Cross. No Christianity Knights have a Crusader outfit. Very true.
Hey Raven, what if you could customize minions and pikemen for Dominion and Breach? How would you decide whose customizations get used? Like, because there's 4 players on each team. How would you decide whose customization option gets used? It would be cool, but I'm just saying, how would that work?
It goes to that idea we were talking about, how instead of just points collecting, you would spend points to like send in like officers or something. Maybe if you did it like that, you could have send your customized officers.
Do I think that Reflex Guard should stay in the game? If you remove Reflex Guard, remove Deflex. Because here's the thing, Reflex Guard has its advantages and disadvantages. It's an automatic disadvantage for the character because it means that every now and then they're going to have to lower their guard. Their guard can't be up at all times. But they compensate for this by having Deflex, which is a unique way of dealing damage and getting in a bleed. And it also means that they also have certain ways of dodge attacking and other such things that give them a slight advantage over other heroes. You're trading one for the other. So basically it's saying, hey, this character may not be able to hold up their guard the whole time, but they make up for this by having dodge attacks and by having Deflex. If you remove that, then now they have an unfair advantage because now they can guard from any direction, but they also have deflex and dodge capabilities. I would say no. Victory. I would say no to that. I would say keep reflex guard, keep the advantages. If you're going to take it away, then take away those advantages. Because then people are only going to play assassin characters because they don't have to worry about the reflex guard being an issue. I'm not saying reflex guard is perfect. There are bugs in it, and I've seen them. I've experienced them. But I don't think it's game breaking.
Would you like a fist hero? I could really just use your fist and have punching.
I would say if it's going to be a punching hero, make it a Wu Lin, make it like a hybrid of the samurai. Make it a Shaolin of some kind, because that would make sense with the kung fu stuff. But I think that people go way too much into, we want a fist hero. Let me tell you why I don't like that idea. What absolute idiot says to his commanding officer, hey, don't hand me that sword. Put that sword away. Put that weapon away. I'm so machismo, I'm going to go out and fight with nothing but my hands. Nothing but my... I'm going to kill these armored warriors with nothing but my hand. Now, I get it. In the world of For Honor, people do crazy things. You know, it's For Honor. It's nuts. It's not realistic. But I'm talking realism. What idiot would do that? I'm sorry. I don't buy that. I would literally make a whole video just talking about why this is the stupidest idea I've ever heard of. You know what? Now I want them to do it, only so that I can make that video and get tons of people saying, but it's cool! I don't care if it's cool. Some of these characters have to be grounded in some degree of realism. Like, for example, Shaolin Staff. I don't think it's a good weapon for a full-on battlefield encounter. It's cool, but I don't think it's a good weapon for a full-on battlefield encounter. But at the same time, the Shaolin monks are famous for their use of the waxwood staff. So I'm going to give it that. Jormungandr's hammer. There is no such hammer that was ever used in real historical combat. And that's fine. There doesn't have to be. It's based on Thor. It's based on some degree of the real world. I can understand where they got it from. Having a character go into a battlefield with nothing but his fists, I don't understand the realism of that. Why would any warrior choose to do that? This isn't an MMA fight. This is a brawl to the death with weapons and armor. The Glad goes out in nothing but a thong and uses a fishing tool. Oh yeah, and I have issues with that too. Watch my Gladiator vid, or watch my top Heroes in For Honor video, part 1. Ranking the heroes in For Honor, because I point out that Gladiator is pitifully put together. The Trident is not a good weapon of war, but at the very least, I recognize the use. The Trident was used by gladiators in the arena. I understand where they get the reference from. They didn't just give gladiators their fists most of the time. Can we just have full armor Shaolin? No. I watched your video on other possible new factions, and you make a lot of good points. I'd love a Mughal faction. That way we can have both Islamic and Indian warriors that have great customization. I think that'd be great. I don't think it'll happen, but I think that'd be great. Oh, did any of y'all see that one dude who commented to me saying how I was racist because I had problems with what would happen if they tried to add any of these factions?
You do miss a point. Like, we are fine if they add it, but the problem is there'd be bad.
Exactly. That's the issue. I would like a Muslim faction. I would like an African American faction. I would like an Indian faction. I would like these factions, but I predict that if they were added, there's going to be backlash, and that backlash will make Ubisoft upset. And this game is still kind of hanging by threads. So I don't want to see those threads cut because of controversy. The game was almost destroyed because of the controversy with the connectivity issues when it first came out. And we came back from that. Let's not fall back into that hole, ladies.
What would happen is some journalist would get upset, Ubisoft would immediately cave and make the game worse, and then the actual player base would leave because of the change.
Exactly. All right, so let's see. Hey Raven. Oh wow, lots of messages that I'm missing. Okay, so female Highlander win. I don't know, but I'd like one. Give me Armored Monkey Man. No. What hero would you like to see come in For Honor in the future, and why? I'd like to see more Wulin. I think that they got shafted. What I think happened, and this is sad. This is really sad. I think they added the Wulin with a lot of high hopes, saying, hey, it's a new faction, guys. All new heroes. All new stuff to like. Don't you love it? We're going to do so much with the Wulin. And what did the fans say? They all said collectively, no, we don't like the Wulin. You're clearly just trying to get a cash grab. You added these so that you could make money. You don't actually care about what we want. We wanted new heroes for our own factions. We don't want this new faction that you just brought in out of nowhere. I've heard that constantly. Hate the Wulin, hate the Wulin. I hate it. I hate that people hate the Wulin so much because I think they're fascinating. I think there's so much potential there. But because the fans collectively all said, we don't like, now Ubisoft said, okay, backpedal. That's why the Wulin don't have their own place on the faction map. That's why the Wulin have been stuck with only one new hero since their launch. That's why the Wulin have been shafted in most updates. That's why the Wulin have gotten so little. That's why they don't even have their own dedicated orders. Because people have hated the Wulin since they came out, even though I think they're awesome. And now Ubisoft is afraid to do anything with them. And I hate that. I hate it incessantly. I think it's so sad to see what they've done to them. But anyway, let's pick a character to play as. Let's go Orochi. I feel like going Orochi right now. All right. Hey Raven, thoughts on a Plague Doctor character who comes to dealing with the corruption?
Orcos, you mean?
That'd be cool. Also, Raven, you said that the coronavirus almost killed the game. I do, and I still say that it almost killed the game. Considering For Honor is probably undergoing budget cuts, I highly doubt we'll get any other factions. I agree with that. But yeah, I do agree. I think that coronavirus, when it started, almost killed the game. And I'll tell you why. Here's why. When coronavirus came out, you think that those of you who live in America, you think that our lockdowns were severe? Canada had freaking they're still going through fierce lockdowns, and they even have curfews. Like, there are certain places you can't be out at certain times of day. They are very fiercely locked down even now in certain parts of Canada. Montreal, where the Ubisoft is located, where the For Honor developers are, is one of those places that's heavily locked down. It limits how much they can do. Now, so what they did was they had to slow down the release of the game. They had to slow down production. They had to change the dates, which upset a lot of people. And then because of these cutbacks, because of their budget cuts, and because of their slow down schedule, and because the fans were still talking about dead game, dead game, dead game, I am certain that Ubisoft was looking at, okay, we're going to have to cut back on some things. Let's look at what games are popular, what games are still doing well, and which ones can be cheaply produced. And I'm sure they took a hard look at For Honor and said, is it really worth it? And I'm betting dollars to donuts the developers had to fight with every ounce of breath to say, no, we can still breathe life back into this game, and on a short budget. And so Ubisoft said, okay, if you can keep the game entertaining and keep the numbers up on a shorter budget, we'll keep it going. But if you can't do that, it's done. And that's why they switched to universal executions. That's why they switched to new ways of playing the game. That's why they did fewer events. That's why they slowed down the release schedule. Because they had to decide, how can we keep this under budget but still entertaining? So I think the game was so close to death because of the Rona. I think that we're lucky to still have it.
You lost.
Oh, good move there. Good move there, Aramusha. It's close. You know, I'll stay out of this and see who wins. Oh, there we go. Aramusha won.
You captured Zone C.
What do you think would be a good step for Honor to take in the future? New game mode. Yeah, bros. You're right, bro. New game mode would be great. How did I catch you? Oh, wow. I caught you at a good time. Oh, Shugoki wants to play. No. No to get away from me, Fat Man. Fat Man, we don't play. Fat Man, we don't play. Fat Man, no. Okay, Fat Man's leaving me alone. I'm going to see where someone's already there taking it. I'm fucked.
You
okay.
Lost Zone C.
Oh crap, I'm dead. I died.
Each party game. I'm sure somewhere there's a modder.
There's a modder who is working on For Honor right now, making a beach episode game mode, where all the females are wearing bikinis and their breasts bounce like frickin' jello.
Exclusively Shugoki.
It's exclusively Shugoki. Just Shugoki in a thong running out onto the beach. That's so horrifying. Ow, my head. Ow.
No, get away from me, Fat Man. Raven 2021.
Oh my god, what were you doing, Aramusha? Oh, good light parry. Holy crap. Oh crap, she's got my number. God, fucking hand, hold out! Ow! Ah! I'm not making excuses, just this fucking burn. Alright, as we were saying, what are your thoughts on Brigandine armor? I think someone's asked me that, and I like it. What are your thoughts on the new reworks? I like most of them, actually. I think JJ's rework is awesome. Sanhu's rework is excellent. I like Sanhu's rework, definitely. Berserker's is fine. I honestly don't really notice that much of a difference. Aramusha's is good. They might need to take something away from him, though. I feel like it's a little too good. Almost. Shugoki's is great. Shugoki needed it. I really like what they did with Shugoki. This Valkyrie's really tough. And my head is burning.
You captured Zone A.
Raven, don't hurt yourself because of us.
Yeah, hurt yourself.
Yeah, I'll try my best not to. Alright, get him, Aramusha. Got him on the run. Okay, I was lazy. Come on, Aramusha. You got better than that. Oh, no. Oh, crap. Now you're going to gank up. Ah, no. I was honorable. I let you fight it out. crap. Oh, crap. No, 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 no. Ah, headbutted me. Damn it. Alright, a man in full steel armor and armor swish knife runs faster than a female in leather armor that is quite lightweight. Okay. Do I think Hito's too powerful? No, I've beaten them before. Well, probably not tonight. Like I said, I'm going to suck wins tonight. Like, how's my score? Yeah, 1 kill, 3 deaths. That's kind of what I was expecting tonight.
You captured Zone C.
Oh, crap. No. No, guard. Alright, I can play some time here. Yes! Yes! I think I hurt my wrist again, but worth it. Worth it for that. I needed that. Okay.
You lost Zone C.
Raven, which YouTubers would you recommend watching if you like medieval fantasy and history, armor, and weapons? Shadversity. I cannot recommend Shadversity enough. And Skullgrim. I think both of those are the best you're going to get. Shadversity has great videos on fantasy armor, fighting styles, and weaponry. Got him! That felt cathartic. Revive at Central... Oh, I didn't even see you there, bro. I got you. I got you. And you didn't stick around. Good dodge. Oh, good move. Okay. You earned that one. You earned that one. That wasn't even because of my hand. That was just because I was an idiot. Alright. How did you feel about the release of Griffin in the start? I liked it. I liked Griffin at the start. Grew to hate him. Then liked him again. Faram? I am not Faram. Raven, who is your favorite character? You know, I've always been drawn to my own Death Diary series. I know it's a little bit odd, but I really like Death from my Death Diary series. I love writing his character. He's very fascinating. Even when I first started writing him, I was always like, man, I just love what I'm doing with Death. What?
I think I know you're talking about character.
Oh. Well, that's such a lame question because I get asked it all the time. It's so...
You're going to answer it.
It's so subjective, you know? It kind of depends on my mood.
Your subjective opinion.
Well, I mean, it's like... It changes, honestly. Sometimes I like certain characters more than others. Sometimes I find one... I guess if I really had to pick, I really love Warden. Warden has always been a really good aesthetic to me. It's not that I play them the most, it's just I really like their aesthetic and design and style. And I love the longsword too, so that's a part of it. So I don't know. I'll just say Warden would probably be my favorite. If not Warden, then Nobushi, because she's adorable. Say, which hero in For Honor would be a good battering ram? I got my belt on Shugoki because he's a big boy. Yeah. Every Orochi fight I have always light spams me to death. Well, I'm not every Orochi. I do not light spam if I can avoid it. I just do my thing. Because light spam to me is stupid. Not that it's toxic, it's stupid. It makes no sense. Oh my gosh, who dropped that bombshell? That was beautiful. Alright, I'm going to go up to A because the minute these idiots revive, they're all going to head to A. I'm willing to bet. And I'm just going to stand there and guard.
You captured Zone C.
I may not be able to play at my best, but my mind is still sharp as probably a dead squirrel. Who is your favorite hero in every faction? Warden for Knights. Nobushi for Samurai. Probably Shaman from the Vikings and either Shaolin or Tiandi from the Wulan. Raven, what are your top 10 horrifying facts about Knights? What are my top 10 horrifying facts about Knights? Okay. Number 10. Knights killed people.
Lost Zone C.
Number 9. Knights actually were real. Number 8. Knights, not all of them could afford plate mail armor. Number 7. Knights during the Crusades actually believed that they were fighting for the right reasons.
Your team
And for
is
the name of
breaking.
God. You know, here's the funny thing about discussing knights in history. You wanna talk about the horrible things that certain groups of people did. I understand that, and there are lots of people in history who did horrible things. Some of the greatest warriors.
Your team is breaking.
Good move. Good move. Yeah, I deserve this. I deserve it.
You lost Zone A.
What period of history would you say the samurai are from? You mean in For Honor? Oh, they're kind of all over the place, but most of them I would say are from the Edo. I really like Death, Raven, Lord Knight. Thank you. Warmonger's best girl.
The enemy rallied.
Hey Raven, who's your favorite character to read and who's your favorite character to write? My favorite character to write is either Death from my Death Diary series or Oichi Taiga from my Shogun of Crime series. Those two characters are awesome. But I also really love Sarah from my Monster Club series because Sarah was kind of a pinnacle character for me. She reached a point for me that I was just like, yes, I love what I did with her. But Oichi is quickly becoming my favorite because she's got an attitude. I don't know where I get this from. She's nothing like me. But she has this sort of attitude towards everything around her that just screams, I'm so sick of your shit. And I'm going to handle things like a champ. You know the phrase, take the bull by the horns? She took the bull by the horns and then, you know, flayed it alive and made steak out of it and then ate the steak. You know, she is just such a hard ass. And I love writing characters like that. So I really love writing her. How am I doing? Didn't quite make it to my storied. Got to do a few more matches as a warrior. And then one more match as a hero that I haven't played yet. Okay. Hey Raven, who is your favorite character? Oh wait, you asked that. I have an idea for a game mode. No feats. No team is escorting a group of civilians in a cart while the other team is given a bow ability. No, I don't like that. You're already limiting what the heroes can do. You're only saying that they're allowed to use, that all heroes have to use bows to get what they want. I don't like that. I would maybe guarding something might be a good idea. You know, idea around breach mode, but nah, I would limit that a little bit. Okay, so who to play? You know what I was just talking about? We did say Sanhu. Let's go Sanhu. We going Sanhu. Alright. Why do I sense another stream where we talk about our For Honor waifus? That's not my choice. Y'all made that choice. And I'm not going to rant about For Honor waifus. That's just not a rant I wish to have.
Not yet, anyway.
New execution for Lawbringer. The Lawbringer would grab the victim by the collar and start slamming them on the ground until they die. What do you think of this idea? Oh, I like it, except Shaman does it. Shaman literally knocks your butt on the ground, gets on top of you from behind, and starts slamming your head over and over into the dirt. And I still say that's a dumb execution. As Neil deGrasse Tyson once said, we got a badass here. As Neil deGrasse Tyson once said, meow. Raven, you should get a stream moderator just in case some idiot comes on here to spam stupid crap. Look, if people want to come on here to spam stupid crap, they're going to come on here to spam stupid crap, but I know that the true intellectuals who actually enjoy my videos and enjoy me doing them will be here to watch me regardless, and they're going to enjoy my work. If people want to be completely toxic, it shows what immature idiots they are, and you will all recognize them for what they are. I will not address them. Hey, so weird request, but when you're free, could you read a story I'm currently writing? I have some advice if there's things you could want to change. When I'm free, I will read it. Yes, you can send it on Discord or something, and I will read it when I have the time, but I can't make any promises because my time is very limited. In fact, my next day off will not be until next Thursday. So literally a week from yesterday. Raven, do you think the Samurai have increased their numbers during the Hope season? I would hope so. Shugoki is my For Honor waifu. Well, okay. It's with... Raven, are you going to do another response video on top 10 horrifying facts you didn't know about Samurai by top 10? No, I don't want to do that only because Metatron already did one and he did it perfectly fine. I have no interest in addressing something that was already done well enough.
Yeah, it'll probably just be a rehash of the same thing.
Yeah, genuinely, there's no point. It's just, I'd just be saying the same thing Metatron did. I may not always enjoy his content, but when Metatron gets it right, he knocks it out of the park. You know, and you know, and I'll be fair to the guy. He gets it right most of the time. Like, I can't think of any real moment where he's ever really disappointed me in how he's done things. Oh, so that's how it's gonna be.
How we go?
Are you really gonna do this right now? Oh my gosh, the zone got me. How'd the zone get me? I don't know if there's something like this that already exists, but Ubisoft should make a site or something where the For Honor community can choose things that are added or make suggestions. I think they do that on their Reddit page. Pirate faction with a cutlass wielding vanguard boarding axe buckler. No, I'm tired of hearing this. I'm tired of hearing this. We want a pirate faction. Let me tell you the problem with the pirate faction. Guns. And no matter how many times people try to tell me how it would work, guns would break For Honor. Because the very idea that you have guns... I don't even care if it's a matchlock or a flintlock pistol. I don't care. The fact that that exists means that other characters are going to learn about it. We've already seen that the characters are capable of learning how to use steel armor now.
You lost Zone A.
Yeah, you earned this, Valkyrie. Just saying. You deserve this too. He's Kiri, just saying. Alright. Hey, Raven, thoughts on making throwables consistent? Nibbles Tomahawk can curve around walls and... yeah, I don't mind a little bit of help in terms of accuracy, but yeah, there is a limit, and I think that sometimes they do end up crossing that limit.
What do you think about a Viking hero with a shield and that? I think we've I'd like to see that because that would probably just destroy having a shield and a gun.
That's all I needed, thank you. Yep. You're real good when you're teaming up. Congrats, bastard. What I love about that is I was beating Valk until her friend showed up. And then suddenly they just turn. And I'm noticing this is a trend now. The tactic of 2 per zone. I hate that tactic. It's good. It's not a bad tactic, but I hate trying to counter it because it means that they have an unfair advantage when they have the right combo. Like a Centurion and a Jormungandr is such an OP combo, I found. But this combo of Valkyrie and Hitakiri, I'm willing to bet they'll be back. I think the Valkyrie and Hitakiri are friends.
You
so
captured
I have a
Zone
feeling
C.
they'll be back. And we're just gonna drop that right there. Little bit of... God damn it. Yeah, y'all are so good. God damn it. Gonna be honest, your brother is so quiet it's hard to hear him. Well, I mean...
I am a bit of a ways from the mic.
He's not next to the mic like I am. Who would say win Knights? Who would say you would win, Knights or Spartans? Knights. Far more well armored.
You captured Zone A.
This is getting sad. I'm actually really getting sluggish. My reaction time is slowing down as I can't hold the controller as hard as I'd like. My grip is actually much weaker. Again, I'm not trying to make excuses. These guys are actually doing a really good strat, and I'm sick of it. But I actually can't grip the remote as tight as I'd like. And I'm not even going to bother trying to do it on keyboard because I know I'd suck even worse. Actually having to extend my hand that distance. Definitely will pray for you, Peyton. No problem. If you start your job soon, I'll pray for that your first few days on the job are successful and that you'll feel enriched and that it will be exactly what you're looking for. So no problem. Hope you get rested. Hope you enjoy your first few days on the job.
You lost.
Hey, look who it is. Same team as usual. It's not quite as fun when you're ganked, is it? Not quite as fun.
Is there ever going to be a For Honor sequel to For Honor where guns would be?
Your team is
How would it make it fair?
You're talking like, if you wouldn't have as much diversity as far as hero lineup if you went to that just hero shot type. And at that point, you'd be kind of looking at like a Mount Blade style game, but with like a 16th century.
Alright, let's see. Thank you, Raven. You're amazing. No problem, man. Glad to do it. Do you remember Jason Vanderberg? I failed that for some reason. I think he said he wanted to be a shooter with guns. Look, guys, here's the thing. Guns would ruin For Honor for one very clear reason. When you are a character who can have access to guns, what good are melee? Now, I know what people say, but it would be a feat. It would just be a feat. Yes, until you realize that a gun would have more punching power than any other bow that any character has access to. They would have to make it OP and usable consistently, and I don't think that's a good idea. Because once you add gunpowder to the game, the obvious transition is that people are going to start expanding on the idea, getting more ideas on how to use it. And then eventually we're going to have blunderbusses, we're going to have cannons, and soon some of these warriors are going to go the way of the dodo. Can you imagine a Shaolin with a stick, essentially a stick, going up against a dude with a gun? I'm sorry, there comes a point where I do say, no, that's a line we can't cross. Anyway, where were we? Just found you a few months ago, and you've already grown to be one of my favorite YouTubers, no doubt about it. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Dark Eclipse Dragon. You are awesome for saying so. Hey, Raven, do you think an Apache or Native Warrior have potential in For Honor, or is it unfitting? I think an Apache or Native American Warrior would be awesome. I don't know how they do it, but it would be awesome. Raven, have you ever 1v1'd your subscribers before? Yes, there was actually one guy who really wanted to 1v1 me, so we were in the middle of a big team thing. This was back on PS4, and the funny thing was, he was gonna play Warmonger. I decided to play Nusha, and he told me before we started, hey, you should probably pick another character because this is not gonna end well for you. Now here's the thing, I just said, alright, we'll see. I ended up winning. It was the funniest thing. No disrespect. It was fun, and I sometimes do it, but I think people only want to do it so that they know they can beat me and then brag about it, and I'm like, okay. There's no joke here. I mean, like, you think I'm playing bad today, and I am because of this hand, but it's not like I'm good otherwise. Oh shoot, I'm missing a lot. I accidentally said gun, I meant to say sword, my bad. Oh, well then, never mind what I said. Who's your favorite For Honor character story-wise? Mine's Warmonger. Story-wise, that changes up everything, because it means I have to remove the Wulin, because they practically have no presence in the story. Apollyon. What about a pickaxe? A peasant hero with a pickaxe.
Maybe you could have like a mob like that. Like
Maybe you could have minions carrying pickaxes. I don't think that'd be a good weapon to use in battle.
I mean, yes, there's some legionnaires carried it, but it wasn't.
Raven, I kind of find it funny that people say For Honor's dead, but yet I look at the game Marvel's Avengers funny. True. Hey Raven, I'm a bit confused. I'm sorry if this is insensitive, but some people said that they don't want you to hurt yourself, but I thought you just burned your hand. I'm sorry again for asking. Okay, so time for me to explain the burned hand thing. I work in a restaurant, right? I don't think that's a secret at this point. And while I was working, I had to, the manager that was working, she's super short, okay? She can't reach all the way into the window to grab food that's done. So she asked me to reach for it for her. Here's the thing. The window where food is put up when it's finished is heated because the top of the window has like heating rods on it to keep it hot, and it pushes down a lot of heat down. Think of it like putting your hand in a oven. Oh crap! All four of you came here. Oh no! And you're playing bashers. No. No. God dang it. I can't keep up with them. Fucking. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. So I reach across this window to grab food, and my hand is scorched by the heating rods. It just is scorched. The thing is, though, I have a plate in my hand, and if I yell ow and drop the plate, it's going to break and the food's going to go everywhere. So I have to hold my hand and pull the plate out without dropping it, which means my hand is even more exposed. I don't know, it wasn't my table. Yeah, very communist.
You lost zone C.
You captured zone A. Anyway, so yeah, that's how I burned up my hand. Now, as for my wrist, that I got because I accidentally fell and I hurt my wrist, which is not a good thing to do. And I didn't think anything of it until I started lifting trays to help get servers out the door, saying, hey, okay, guys, here's your food, get going. And I noticed it was getting harder and harder to lift my tray. And then I realized my wrist was a little swollen. And so I went to the doctor the day after work and said, hey, what's the deal? And he said, yeah, you burned your hand and you probably did something real bad to your wrist, bro.
You captured zone C.
Yeah, y'all are real good. Light spam and gank up on a guy with a burnt hand. Although you don't know about that. Anyway.
Okay, here's a question. I know this question was already asked before, but here's a that he was asking about customizable minions. But if there was like a 25% split, like basically all four designs have a presence involved, like you would see all four, but it's literally like a mix of warrior.
Okay, so the question is if we could mix your customized minions in. Okay, that'd be fine. I think the problem is, though, does anyone really pay that much attention to the minions to make customizing worth it?
It would be nice if we could find this right now. It would be great. you would be like, the string of the
Yeah, that might be.
possible, yes. If it can be, absolutely.
You captured Zone C.
Damn it. I'm on PC using a controller, and I'm sorry, this I'm getting very cranky because this is really bothering me. Give me a second. Need to practice opening and closing my hand a little bit. Okay. Back into it. If your hand still burns and apply cold water, it burns and it just mostly stings. But it's not only that, it's because my wrist hurts, so even the act of just opening and closing my hand. Good kill, Shinobi.
You captured Zone A.
The customization, again, I just say, does anyone pay that much attention to the minions for it to matter about customization?
Do it just for the sake of paying to charge people for it, and it's something that would as soon as
Enemy team is breaking.
Watch him go to lights. Lights. Light. Bash. Light. Guard break. Guard break. Light. Light. And die, you son of a bitch.
I'm gonna make myself a sandwich, be right back. Make it a good sandwich.
Make it a very good.
Victory.
All right. If I watch any movies, what are my favorite movies? I love the Indiana Jones series. Star Wars is really good. Lord of the Rings is really good. I love Casablanca. It's still one of my favorite romance movies of all time. Yeah, those are really good ones. I would need to actually sit down and think about my favorites. Would you say Shaolin needs a rework? No, I've faced people as Shaolins who are god tier. I'm just not god tier. All right, let me check the time. You know what? I've got enough in me for one more match. I'm going to do one more match and then I'm calling it a night. Because if I do this much more, I'm going to get very irritated. Or my hand will, I don't know. Alright. I'm thinking about maining Conqueror. Should I, and do you have any tips? I think you can main Conqueror. Trick to Conquer, I find, is get used to soft feinting back into your all guard so that you can capitalize on it. I had to learn that very quickly. But don't listen too closely to me. I'm not a good conqueror, so there is that. I'm not a great conqueror. Alright, let's see. Who to go, who to go, who to go.
Do you think Highlander needs a rework?
He could stand one, but might be a nerf. I mean, I think Highlander might need a nerf. I found that he can be insanely OP in some cases. I think to end out the night, I'm gonna go. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna go full. I'm gonna go PK. Oh, cool. One of them went PK too. Time for a war of the peacekeepers. You know, Raven, it's nighttime for you, but morning for me. I'm from the southeast. But we're from the Southeast. Or do you mean the Southeast Asia?
Where do you
Like,
Southeast of what?
like Southeast Asia? Like, what's the most amount of steel you've held at one time? I don't know. I don't keep track of steel that close. No, I don't want to know that number. That'd make me sad all of a sudden. Who do I think was the strongest medieval warrior group in history? The Knights would probably be my pick. If we're counting everything pre-gunpowder, if we're counting everything pre-fire, then I'm going to go the Knights, because I think that they have the best armor, the best weapons, expert training. I'm going to go Knight. If we're talking post-gunpowder but still medieval,
Zone A.
maybe the Musketeers, or
You lost Zone C.
the Edo period samurai might fit in there. You never said medieval. Okay, then the United States Marine Corps. Yeah, so if you're going to take the medieval element out of it, and you want me to tell you what the strongest warrior group in history, either the Navy SEALs, Delta Force, or the United States Marine Corps.
For good measure, we'll throw the British SAS in there.
I'm not even going to throw the SAS in there. I don't think there's a competition. You put a Navy SEAL against the SAS, I'm going to give it to the Navy SEAL. I'm not dissing the SAS. I'm saying there's a clear difference.
You captured Zone C.
I don't get why people change faction just to win a faction war. Just try to do it participate in a faction war.
Do people even still do that?
Yeah, I think it's kind of like after the Vikings had like 8 seasons of victories. I think people stop. Because honestly, the rewards.
Oh crap! Oh crap! No! Why'd I have to fall out of my zone? Oh wow! Holy crap! The worst for honor content, I really don't know. I was not a fan of the last battle pass. It was okay, but nothing substantial. I think it could have been a lot better. Let's see. Let's count the number. Yep, three people. No, he said, I never said medieval, so... Oh my god.
I think they really want us to bring up Spartans or the Romans.
Well, I don't think the Spartans were the best warrior group. The Spartans were great, don't get me wrong. If you want me to say Spartan, I'm sorry, I'm not going to say Spartan. I think the Spartans were a great warrior class. I think they were awesome. I think they were very well trained, and I think that they were a culture built to be warriors. But there's a big difference between Bronze Age weaponry and Steel Age weaponry. There's a big difference between the bronze armor of the Spartan and the steel armor of the knight.
You captured Zone C.
I don't think the spear of Leonidas is going to break through all that armor.
up in Sparta versus Spartans versus Halo Spartans. Yeah. Original Greek Spartans, they got no, the Halo Spartans. How can For Honor get more mainstream? Are you sure you want it to?
I'm not sure I want it to, yeah.
Because the thing is, Fortnite was mainstream for a long time, but that doesn't really make it good. The thing is, part of For Honor is that it's kind of like...
Yeah. Have I ever played any FPS games? Yeah, I've played some first-person shooter games. I'm just not good at them. First-person shooter games are not my thing. I'm much better at these kind of games. And I'm sorry if I sound grouchy. This has been a very painful night. Well, I don't... Here's the thing. I don't want to just tell you guys, hey, no For Honor Friday tonight. My hand hurts. What kind of explanation is that? I want to still try to play. It's not like I can't use my hand. It just hurts to. I mean, I have to wear a brace and a wrapping around my hand, but I don't wear a cast, so I can still use my fingers to game. So I'm going to game while I can. It just... You again.
Okay. For God, for Jerusalem, I will harvest your kidneys. Oh, mix it up a little bit.
You captured Zone C.
You like Doom?
It's okay.
You lost.
Oh, really? That's what you're doing now? Just flexing? Okay. You flex it out, kid. You flex it out. I'm coming for you.
Warhammer X For Honor. We have this whole story.
Yeah, I'm working on a story called For Honor and Glory. It's basically Warhammer meets For Honor.
You lost Zone C. You captured Zone A.
What the hell happened where? I feel like I don't know what's happening here.
Your team is breaking.
Yeah, that's what happened. I probably should
Your
have
team
game
rallied.
tonight.
Well, you shouldn't have gone too long. Maybe this
Your
last
team is breaking.
Russian network.
Your team rallied. Your team is breaking.
Well, I put up my best fight. That's all that matters. Alright, goes to show how much you love your viewer when your hand is half melted and you still want to stream. We really appreciate you, Raven, and I'm glad I found you. Thanks, guys.
Your team rallied.
Yeah, I appreciate that, guys. I really do appreciate it. It's these little things that make it all worthwhile.
The enemy rallied.
Hi, Shugoki. We meet again. Die, you bitch. Here, try this one on there.
You lost Zone C.
War of the Peacekeeper sounds
You
like a good
captured
time
Zone A.
Yes, Jaguar War. Yeah, it's pretty good.
War of the Peacekeeper sounds sick. That sounds like an awesome name.
It's like when the UN forces just start spitballing at each other.
Now, stay up here with me, Warden. We'll hold this spot and make sure that their team breaks. Here they come.
Break at them like this.
There they are. There's that fourth Hitakiri feat. Goes to show how terrified you are of your competition when you need to throw in an absolute god tier feat on a character who's being ganked. Just goes to show. Oh. Oh god, 7 kills and 8 deaths. Oh, this sucks. Yeah, I've already lost like 20 viewers because of all this. And I've still got to get 3 more matches. Oh well. I'm not gonna put my hand through anymore. This is getting way too painful. Alright.
Well, you did what you could. We have to hand that to you at least.
Oh, shut up, bro. Really? God, that was terrible.
Worth it. Totally worth it. I regret nothing.
Okay, so... Hey, everyone, want to see a funny Warmonger visual glitch after the match? The match is over, bro. Anyway, sorry, I know, because I'm using different latency, there's probably a slight lag, so there is that. Alright. Oh, you got a new thing. What'd you get? Thick skin? Actually, that's not a bad one. And something different with the crossbow. The crossbow does like no damage, so I'm switching to Punia Mortis.
Could be worse. They could be Orc Filth. That is true.
It could be Orc Filth. That is actually a real issue that we need to address. I'm switching over to the stump. There we go. That's more like it. Yeah, okay. He looks cool. He definitely looks cool. I really like Shaolin's aesthetic, especially early on. He looks really good. Switching to stealth. Nothing else yet. Okay. That works for me. And Sanhu? Let's see. I got a new helm. It looks just the same as the last helm, but a little better than the last helm.
We can't love.
No, it can't love. We can't love, bro. Hey, giving it some paint patterns. I like. And you got a new thing. Fast recovery. That'll come in way more handy than a flaming kunai. The kind that's flaming.
I miss Saban.
Good reference. Good reference. Go to some of the stuff I don't need. Yes. And let's give you some bronze to look cool. Give you that kind of.
It's weaker.
Actually, the funny thing is, gold is a poor choice for armor too.
Yeah, that'd be heavy and soft. Why would you choose that?
Why would you choose gold as an armor choice?
Unless you're like an officer that's just trying to look cool. No, don't do that.
Hey, now my character's got some drip. Looking a lot better. Come after me, bro!
I'm right here.
Oh.
My game is in French.
Your game is in French.
Maybe they're going for that Norman experience.
Alright, well anyway, I think I'll have to call it there, guys. My hand is really starting to hurt. And I probably need to take a break here. Let me see. Raven, what do you think about my Knight faction? They are called the Sapphire Legion. They are motivated by vengeance. They swore to avenge the fallen ones that have been killed by the Vikings. Generic, but workable. So from the first humans to the invention of guns, you'd say that Knights are the strongest warriors in history. When I say warriors, I mean soldiers who primarily fight with melee weapons.
Again, the Knights.
The Knights. The Knights. They are soldiers who fight with melee weapons. Why would the Knights not qualify? All Father give me Sprite. I hope he gives you Sprite. Too bad there's no good jade material. That would be great for the Woolan. What about steel armor dipped in gold? It's cool.
Still kind of heavier than...
Make it heavier, though.
It's heavier and doesn't provide as much protection as...
This guy's content is the worst in For Honor.
What?
Oh, okay. Worst content creator ever, actually. Okay. Well, that is your opinion, and you're entitled to it. I disagree. I've actually seen way worse content than mine. But I'm sure you have plenty of sources to back up that claim that I'm the worst content creator. Absolutely. Let's see. The Great Serpent will help you. I hope so. This guy sucks so bad. Oh, yeah, okay. Sure, yeah. Alright. There's no secret there. I know I suck at For Honor. But then again, I don't make For Honor videos to show off how good I am. To talk about history, so. All Father, give me Sprite. Like I said, I hope he gives you Sprite.
Or at least some mellow yellow.
Anyway, so that's probably all I'm going to do today. I'm going to give my hand a rest. I may do some gaming later or something to, you know, like just casually, but I don't know. We'll see. As for my next videos, going to be working on Heroes in History next. Going to be on the Shaolin, and it's going to be awesome. Also going to be working on the next Fantastical History on Lamia, because I know a lot of people asked me to do that, so I'll be hitting that up. It's going to be a lot of fun. So look forward to that. I know a lot of you are. It's going to be a little bit tricky, though, because I tried looking up some Lamia images to use for the footage, and so much of it is just anime or fan art of anime, like Monster Musume, that I'm going to, like, I got to find some more diverse images here, so it may take a little bit of time. So look forward to that when it comes out, and another Raven's Writing Room is in the works, and for those of you wanting to know where For Honor and Glory is, it is coming. I am working on it. So I think that's everything. Dragon Slayer says shave the beard. No, I like my beard. I think my beard is fine. So, like,
I just spent like the last 5 minutes insulting you. Now, listen to my cosmetic choices.
I'm going to insult you and then give you cosmetic advice. Why would I take cosmetic advice from someone who insulted me? I only take advice from people I have respect for. Anyway, so that's about it, guys. Leave a like on the video if you enjoy. Leave a comment down below because I'm always happy to hear your comments, even if I don't always reply to them. And leave a subscribe. Please subscribe if you haven't already, because we've broken 8,200 now, I believe. Let's go for 9,000. And then once we get over 9,000, we will move on to 10,000, which was my ultimate goal. And if we break 10,000, I don't know what I'm going to do. I have no idea how I will celebrate 10,000 subs. I have no earthly idea. And also, oh, last thing. Okay, so Hannah is still working on the thumbnail image for Female Raven, but she's taking a slight break from it because she wants to do some other projects. So the Women in History videos are going to be on a slight hiatus until she's finished. But once she does finish, I'll let y'all know, and we'll have a date scheduled for the Samurai Women in History. Although it's kind of funny, we've talked about them so much, it's hard to think about what else I could add. But hey, I said I was going to do it, so I'm going to do it. Alright, guys, thank you again so much for watching. Y'all are the best. And, yep, I will see you guys in my next video. Take care.